Good afternoon and welcome to Bull Market Talk Show. This is your host Rian Hobson, and it's a glorious day in the Mother City today. And due to the weather pattern, that is actually where I throw in the bones today. Because if it gets to summer in the southern hemisphere, it normally turns to winter in the northern hemisphere. Now it's an annual event, but this year it will be actually different because in this year, if you look at the northern hemisphere, there was a very weird summer that actually occurred there. So definitely we will get a very weird winter. And due to that, that is where I throw the bone. So stay tuned. I will show my predictions for you.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Bull Market Talk Show. This is your host Rian Hobson, and we're actually throwing the bones today. So please stay tuned. It will be a bit of a lot, but I will definitely make it simple for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page, like, and please drop your questions if you want to of where I get this analysis from. And there's a link below. Click on the link, register a free account on markets.com. Fund it with $250 and get my free classes with you. And definitely in the free classes, this is what I will definitely throw into the classes, because there's several other predictions from this weather forecast that I actually will point out to you. Now, weather may sound simple, but that is the beauty of fundamental trading, that you must see how the market will move months ahead, weeks, months ahead, actually. Now, let's kick in with it. I have actually something here. This is actually from the Old Farmer's Almanac, founded in 1792. Now, just to give you a quick read here, this coming winter could be one of the longest and the coldest that we have seen in years, say Janice Stillman, editor of the Old Farmer's Almanac. For 230 years, the Almanac has been helping readers to prepare for winter worse with its 80% accurate weather forecast. Well, that is actually quite a lot, 80%. And if you can look at the history of these guys, the Old Farmer's Almanac is founded in 1792. Now, what the hell has the weather to do with all of this? Now, very importantly, when you look at weather, especially as a fundamental trader, there's normally things that happens. And especially if you look at this week, the one that moves the most aggressively, not just this week, but for actually, I would say here from April onwards, it is natural gas. Natural gas actually moved faster than Bitcoin. It literally outmuscled Bitcoin. It moved actually 100% already. And believe me, it has legs to go. So natural gas, due to this weather pattern, is very simple. Due to this weather pattern, it looks like it will be very cold and it will be long. And that's why natural gas is actually moving up. Obviously, when you're trading natural gas, you need to be a bit patient there. So I will just share more information with you. If you look at the markets.com platform, this is actually what I have. And if you go underneath energy, and then you will get to natural gas. Now, one thing that I told myself, now I missed actually the whole move. Yeah, I made profit here and there. But the thing is, I missed actually the whole move where I could have just opened up the trade and hold it, basically. Now, I said to myself yesterday, if natural gas end today above, or yesterday when the day closed, if it ends above $5, which it did, then I'm definitely going to buy and hold natural gas. Now, that is exactly what I did. So I bought it and I will keep it. Now, a lot of people did say that there will be a retracement, blah, 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 blah. Well, look, I don't care. Because the thing is, there is an expectation that the weather will be actually heavy in the northern hemisphere. And this is now in the United States where it will be the coldest. So obviously, if you go to Europe and Asia, which is also in the north, where they will face winter, it could be actually worse. Now, very interesting. This is now natural gas, and it actually has about from 1992 until today. I have actually the chart here. If you look at natural gas, is now trading at $5. If you look at history in 2000, it actually went up to about $6. And if you look here in 2005, it went to $9. To $13, and also in 2008, which was the recession, it went actually to $13. So natural gas had actually legs to go up still more. That is now, if the weather forecast of the Farmer's Almanac is correct, then we will get one hell of a winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Now, it will sound strange where you're actually now benefiting when people are actually freezing in the cold, but the more the demand is there because it's cold, so they have to buy a lot of gas. Now, there's a lot of other predictions that I do have from this weather pattern, but natural gas look actually as the favorite. If I could just go back to my platform here, if you look at the moves of natural gas already, I'm just going to make my chart bigger. If you look at the moves of natural gas already, it was actually sitting nicely here at 3.8. It's actually sitting now at $5. And in one day, natural gas actually moved up by at least 5%. No, I think 7%. It actually flew up, and this was that whole entire move, and then it's just another jump there. Now, it is possible that there might be a retracement in natural gas, but honestly, I was looking at the statistics on, I think it was on Wednesday or yesterday, where they have the natural gas storage, and there was actually basically a heavy storage that they have in the United States, but it didn't actually disrupt the natural gas price. It just had a small dip, and it just reversed back up. So those are the things that I looked at. Whatever the storage is, natural gas will still up because they do expect actually a terrible winter for the Northern Hemisphere and especially for the United States. Now, obviously, with all the liquidity in the market, in the United States, I'm sure that people will buy gas in record numbers, and that will actually push up the gas prices. Also, very importantly, the shale gas producers or the shale oil producers normally produce a lot of gas, and those guys are no longer in the system, or not as much is in the system. So there is actually a bit of a supply constraint when it gets to natural gas. Now, that has all to do with the U.S. government policy shift from your dirt, I would say, where they stop the shale drilling and more reliant on OPEC. So they don't produce actually their own energy anymore, or they try not to produce their own energy anymore. And that causes actually supply strength. That's why natural gas is actually going up. Now, it's not just natural gas. There's also others due to this weather pattern story that will go up. And that actually can actually give you quite a lot of money. And that's why I'm throwing actually the bones today. And my bones is definitely, as you could see on the chart, that I actually have my trade open on natural gas. Where did it retrace a bit? I don't care, because I'm looking at this for the long run. Now, that is up to you. If you want to take my free classes, it's $250. You just have to deposit in the account, and you will get my classes absolutely free. And then I will share also the other predictions that I do have based on this weather pattern that I just show you. So that is it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. And please don't forget, at 2:30 is the Canadian employment exchange and also the PPI inflation number out of the United States. So don't forget that. That is it from my side. I will see you guys on Monday at the same time at 1 o'clock. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.